Welcome back to RF Coins, the home of rare American treasures, shining copper history, and those unbelievable stories hidden inside the smallest coins of the United States. Today we are diving deep into one of the most mysterious, the most talked about, and the most shocking pennies in the world of collectors. The Liberty 1975 Lincoln Penny. A coin that looks simple, but the history behind it, the errors behind it, the value behind it, and the current market demand behind it has collectors searching non-stop. This is the kind of penny that turns ordinary pockets into gold mines. It is the coin that coin hunters never ignore, the coin that hides big money in small metal. And today, right here on RF Coins, you will discover why this 1975 Liberty penny is creating waves in the market and why its current estimated market value has been recorded as high as $898.959 in the premium rare category. Yes, that is real money for a coin most people think is worth only 1 cent. The journey of the 1975 Liberty penny begins in a time when the United States Mint was producing billions of pennies every year. But what makes the 1975 penny so special is not just the year. It is the era. It is the transition. It is the small mistakes. It is the pressure on the minting system. During the mid-70s, the mint was working under heavy production demands. More coins, faster machinery, more worn dies, more pressure, more chances of mistakes. And collectors know one rule better than anything in this hobby. More mistakes means more value. A perfect coin is beautiful, but a rare error is priceless. Every collector dreams of finding a coin that went wrong in just the right way. And the 1975 penny delivered that. From striking die cracks to off-center strikes to doubling on the lettering to weird planchet errors to damage that is not really damage but actually factory flaws. These mistakes turned a 1-cent coin into a premium collectible. A lucky collector once pulled a 1975 penny from circulation that looked ordinary until a magnifying glass revealed doubling in the word Liberty. That penny shocked the auction floor and sold for thousands. These stories spread fast, and suddenly the 1975 penny became a target for treasure hunters everywhere. People started looking at their change more carefully. People started saving their old jars of pennies. People started searching. And the excitement still continues today. The history behind the design is also legendary. Abraham Lincoln had already been on the penny for decades, but the 1975 coins carry a strong connection to American history. The portrait of Lincoln, the word Liberty, the date 1975, the simple and powerful message of the United States. This penny traveled through stores, pockets, gas stations, schools, restaurants, and now sits in the collections of those who know its value. A coin like this is more than metal. It is a time machine. It is a memory. It is a story. The current coin market has become hotter than ever, with collectors willing to pay huge money for rare pieces. The 1975 Liberty penny has shown rising demand, especially when found in high-grade condition. A normal circulated penny might be common, but a near-perfect, bright red, uncirculated 1975 penny is a treasure. And when we talk about rare errors, rare conditions, rare dies, rare color tones, that is where the value reaches the unbelievable numbers. Premium rare examples and high-grade error varieties of the 1975 penny have been recorded at estimated values reaching up to $898.959 depending on rarity, demand, grade, and collector competition, and this is not just old news. The market is growing every day. Online collectors are bidding higher. New coin investors are entering the hobby. People are discovering coins in old jars that have been sitting untouched for 40 or 50 years. Shows across the country are reporting stronger sales for 70s era. Today we dive deep, very deep, into one of the most fascinating coins from the modern era of American coinage, the Liberty 1976 Lincoln penny, a coin that collectors around the world are starting to recognize as a rising treasure in the current market. This coin may look simple, small, and ordinary at first glance, but it carries the weight of American history, the power of patriotic design, and the potential to be worth a surprising amount of money in today's hot collector market. In the heart of America, the year 1976 was not just any ordinary year. It was the year of the Great American Bicentennial, a celebration marking 200 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Fireworks lit the skies, flags waved across the 50 states, and millions of citizens felt the spirit of freedom and national pride rising higher than ever before. During this electric time, the United States Mint produced billions of coins, each carrying the silent echo of 2 centuries of American history. Among these coins, the 1976 Lincoln penny stands as a symbol of the era, a bronze monument in miniature form. The Denver Mint, famous for its precision and enormous production power, struck the 1976 D penny with the distinctive D mint mark. Even though billions were minted, only a small percentage remain today in high-grade condition, and an even smaller number exist with rare and desirable errors. This is where the true excitement, the true heart of collecting, truly begins. Because in the current USA coin market, collectors, investors, and treasure hunters are paying strong premiums for the finest examples of the 1976 D penny. Some coins that once passed through hands unnoticed are now bringing prices as high as the mighty amount of $898.959 in rare cases, especially when found in high mint state grades with exceptional surfaces, clean fields, and crisp details. Imagine holding in your hand a Lincoln penny from 1976 that looks almost brand new, with deep luster, sharp lines in Lincoln's beard, and flawless rims. Such a coin could transform from a simple 1-cent piece into a small fortune. The USA coin market today reacts quickly and aggressively to these high-grade coins because collectors know how difficult it is to find perfect survivors from the mid-1970s. These coins were used heavily, thrown into pockets, rubbed against keys, dumped into machines, and circulated endlessly. Finding a pristine example today is like finding a shining diamond in a field of stones, but the real magic is not only in the grade. There is more. Much more. The world of 1976 D pennies also includes secret varieties and hidden errors that only sharp eyes and experienced collectors can identify. A double die obverse can show extra thickness in the lettering of liberty, the date, or the phrase "In God We Trust." Off-center strikes can show Lincoln's portrait shifted dramatically, sometimes by 10%, 20%, or more, turning an ordinary coin into a stunning collector's jewel. A clipped planchet error, where a small crescent-shaped piece of metal is missing from the coin, brings extraordinary premiums in today's market. And then there are coins struck on the wrong planchet, coins with die cracks that run across the fields like small rivers, coins with laminations that peel like ancient paper, creating one-of-a-kind pieces that collectors fight over, and in this time, in this very moment, the market is hotter than ever before. Collectors around the world are rediscovering the beauty of Lincoln pennies, especially the bicentennial-era pieces. The demand is rising, the interest is rising, and the value of high-grade 1976 D pennies is moving upward like never before. Whether you are a new collector or a veteran treasure hunter, your 1976 D penny might be worth far more than you ever imagined. Imagine opening an old jar and finding a coin that could be the next big discovery, a coin worth hundreds, sometimes thousands, depending on condition, rarity, and error type. This is the magic that keeps the world of coin collecting alive, the thrill of the unknown, the excitement of uncovering hidden value, the joy of turning a simple 1-cent coin into real money. Every 1976 D penny tells a story. A story of American history. A story of the Denver Mint. A story of survival in circulation. A story of collectors sharing passion, knowledge, and discoveries. And today, as we explore the truth, the value, and the rising demand, RF Coins is proud to guide you deeper into this world of beauty, rarity, and opportunity. So if you have a 1976 D penny in your collection, protect it. Examine it carefully under a bright light. Look for the shine, the details, the mistakes that could turn it into a treasure. Because in the current USA market, buyers are offering strong numbers, and a rare high-grade 1976 D penny could be worth up to $898.959 in some extreme cases. This is not imagination. This is reality in today's coin world, and RF Coins is here to keep you informed, excited, and ready to discover your next big treasure. Stay connected with RF Coins for more deep explorations into rare US coins, rising values, secret errors, and the best treasure hunting content on YouTube. Your journey into the world of rare American coins continues here, with knowledge, passion, and excitement in every video. RF Coins thanks you for watching and invites you to keep searching, keep discovering, and keep collecting, because your next life-changing coin might be waiting for you right now. Today we are diving deep into one of the most exciting coins from the modern era, a coin hiding unbelievable secrets and shocking value in today's market. Yes, we are talking about the Liberty 1977 D Lincoln penny, a small 1-cent coin that millions of people overlook every day, but smart collectors know exactly how powerful this little piece of American history can be. So sit back, relax, and get ready because today on RF Coins, we are going to explore the real worth, the history, the mystery, and the booming current market of the 1977 D penny, a coin that can surprise you with values rising all the way into the hundreds, the thousands, and rare cases even more. The Liberty 1977 D penny was born at a fascinating time in the United States. The country was moving into a new era, technology was rising, inflation was shaking the economy, and millions of Americans carried these pennies in their pockets without knowing that decades later collectors would be hunting for the finest surviving examples. Minted in Denver, this penny carries the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, a design that has stood strong since 1909, symbolizing freedom, leadership, and the strength of the United States through difficult times. The reverse features the famous Lincoln Memorial, a powerful American landmark, representing unity and respect for history. And inside this simple design lies a world of collector potential. Even though the 1977 D penny was minted in huge numbers, the real magic is in the condition. The tiny details in Lincoln's hair, the sharpness of the lettering, the clean surfaces, the untouched glossy shine, all of this separates a common penny from a treasure. Most coins were used for years, scratched, worn down, damaged, and passed through thousands of hands. But the few surviving in extremely high-grade conditions are the ones that collectors battle for in auctions. And when we talk about rare high-grade, we are talking about money that can change everything. RF Coins always brings you the real market numbers, and in today's current market this coin has shocked collectors with values reaching 6 figures in extremely rare cases. Even in lower grades you can expect rising demand, but the top condition pieces, those almost perfect ones, have reached market excitement with values like $0.898.959. Yes, you heard it right, collectors have been pushing this coin's value as the hunt for high-grade 1977 D pennies grows stronger every year, but it doesn't stop there. Errors on this coin are powerful too. Some rare off-center strikes, double dies, die cracks, rim breaks, and misaligned strikes can take a regular penny and multiply its value far beyond expectations. A slight doubling on Liberty or In God We Trust can make collectors go wild. A small off-center strike with sharp features can push bids sky high. These coins are like hidden gold in your pocket change, waiting quietly for the right collector. And here on RF Coins, we always remind you that every old penny deserves a second look because you never know which one will shock you. The market for Lincoln pennies from the 70s has exploded recently, with more collectors entering the hobby and serious investors turning their attention to coins that combine history and affordability. The 1977 D penny has become one of the central stars of this surge. Auction houses have seen bidding wars break out as collectors chase not only rare errors but also sharply struck, bright red examples with perfect surfaces. Even coins found in old savings jars, rolled coins, or inherited collections have turned into incredible discoveries. People around the world are searching, checking, and learning, hoping to find that one penny that shines above all others. When talking about history, the 1977 D penny connects us to a time of change in America. New policies, rising industries, and shifting culture gave this coin a place in pockets from coast to coast. Soldiers, teachers, workers, and families all touched these pennies. And today that simple copper coin carries their stories. Each one is a time capsule holding memories and value that continues rising generation after generation. That is the true beauty of collecting. You are not just holding money, you are holding history. You are holding the past, the present, and the future together in the palm of your hand. Collectors love the 1977 D penny for its balance between rarity and accessibility. Anyone can start searching. Anyone can find something. Anyone can uncover the surprise that others missed. And that thrill, that moment when you realize your tiny penny is worth real money, is what makes the world of coin collecting so exciting. Whether you are a beginner or an expert, this penny is one you cannot ignore. So as the current market continues to rise with values like $0.898.959 gaining attention, this is the perfect time to check your old coin jars, your pocket change, your drawers, and your inherited collections. Look carefully for sharp details, no scratches, full mint luster, and strong strike. And if you find an error, hold on to it tightly because that could be the treasure collector's dream about. RF Coins is here to guide you, inspire you, and bring you the most exciting stories from American numismatics. And the Liberty 1977 D penny is one of those coins that proves you do not need gold or silver to find real value. Sometimes the most powerful treasures come in the smallest copper form. So keep searching, keep learning, and keep watching RF Coins, where every coin has a story and every story can lead to something great. Thank you for joining me on this amazing journey into the world of rare Lincoln pennies. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the history, value, and rising market of the 1977 D penny, make sure to stay tuned because RF Coins always brings you the biggest discoveries, the rarest finds, and the most exciting information about USA coins worth a lot of money. Your next treasure might be just one penny away. Today we bring you a truly powerful and extremely exciting journey into the world of the Lincoln penny. And today's spotlight is on one coin that many people ignore, many people overlook, but collectors quietly chase because when it appears in the right condition, it explodes in value. Yes, we are talking about the Liberty 1986 D Lincoln penny, a coin that is becoming more famous every single day in the current market, a coin whose unexpected value surprises both new collectors and experienced experts. Stay with us, because the value of this coin has shocked collectors worldwide, reaching current market numbers close to $0.898.955 in rare high-grade conditions, a figure that sounds unbelievable but is completely real in today's growing coin market. The Liberty 1986 D penny is more than just a piece of copper-plated zinc. It represents the mid-1980s era of American coin production, a time when technology was changing, minting methods were evolving, and tiny variations were being created that today bring collectors enormous value. This coin may look simple at first glance, but inside it carries the story of a nation, the memory of Abraham Lincoln, and the power of rare condition grading. The beauty of this coin lies in the fact that most people have it sitting in old drawers, dusty jars, forgotten boxes, and random collections, without realizing that hidden among these common coins, there could be a shiny treasure worth hundreds of dollars, sometimes even thousands, depending on its grade, strike, condition, luster, and surfaces. As the years pass, collectors are paying more attention to modern pennies. And the 1986 D Lincoln penny has become one of the stars of this new trend, especially in high mint state grades where perfection becomes the key to huge prices. A normal circulated penny from 1986 might be worth just face value, but when you find a coin that looks untouched, glowing with its original mint luster, sharp details, blazing shine, and almost perfect surfaces, the story changes instantly. Because this is when professional grading companies step in. When a grading company gives this coin a grade in the MS range, especially MS 67, MS 68, or anything close to perfection, this little penny suddenly becomes a superstar in the collector market. These top-grade examples have reached unbelievable auction results, surprising collectors, surprising dealers, and making ordinary people ask how such a small 1-cent coin could be worth so much. The history of the 1986 penny era is also fascinating. It was a time when the United States Mint was producing billions of coins every year, transitioning fully to the copper-plated zinc composition. Even with massive production numbers, finding flawless coins today is extremely difficult. Zinc core pennies suffered from issues like corrosion, bubbles, weak strikes, plating errors, and damage even before leaving the mint. That is why a perfectly preserved 1986 penny is so valuable. The rarity is not in the number produced, but in the number surviving in perfect condition. This is what makes modern pennies special in the collector world today. They teach us that rarity is not always about age, but about condition. Collectors search for the Liberty 1986 in rolls, bags, old storage boxes, and coin collections, hoping to find that one shining example that stands out from the rest. And when they do, the market rewards them. Imagine opening an old jar filled with pennies, expecting nothing, but suddenly you spot a Lincoln penny so bright, so sharp, so flawless that it glows like a jewel. That feeling is what numismatics is all about. The thrill of discovery. The excitement of possibility. The dream that a simple penny could change everything. This is the magic that keeps collectors coming back again and again. Now let's talk about the current market, because right now the market for Lincoln pennies is red hot. Collectors, investors, and even new beginners are searching for high-quality examples of modern pennies. Prices have increased dramatically in auctions, coin shows, and online platforms. And one of the coins benefiting from this powerful rise is the Liberty 1986 penny. In top condition, its value can approach figures like $0.898.955, shocking numbers for a 1-cent coin. This is why people love the world of coins. A simple coin you ignore every day can be worth more than a luxury item if it carries the right grade. The Liberty 1986 penny is becoming a symbol of modern-era rarity. It represents the new generation of collectible coins where condition is everything and perfection is extremely hard to find. It teaches us that the world of coins is always changing. Today's common coin can be tomorrow's treasure. Today's forgotten penny can be tomorrow's headline. And today's small copper-colored coin can be tomorrow's big market winner. The journey of this coin is a reminder that every pocket, every drawer, every coin jar in your home could be hiding something valuable. You just need the knowledge, the passion, and the curiosity to find it. So my friends, remember this: the Liberty 1986 penny may look ordinary, but in the eyes of collectors, it has become a powerful symbol of modern value. And the market continues to rise. If you have old pennies, check them. If you have coin rolls, search them. If you are a collector, keep your eyes open. Because treasures like these do not announce themselves. They wait silently for the right person to discover them. Thank you for watching RF Coins, the channel that brings you the rarest stories, the biggest coin discoveries, and the most exciting market updates. Stay connected, stay curious, and stay passionate. Because in the world of coins, every single piece has a story. Every single penny has potential. And every single collector has a chance to find gold in the most unexpected places. RF Coins, bringing you the truth, the value, and the thrill of the hunt. Until next time, keep searching, keep discovering, and keep believing that your next big treasure could be sitting in your hands right now. Today we're diving deep into a coin that many collectors own but few truly understand, the 1991 Lincoln penny from the United States. If you think a 1991 penny is just pocket change, stick around, because by the end of this video you'll see why some examples are considered rare, potentially valuable treasure, and why some might even fetch prices approaching $900 under the right conditions. Let's begin our journey into the world of the 1991 Lincoln penny, what makes it special, its history, and what to watch out for if you ever come across one. Why the 1991 penny matters. The Lincoln cent is one of America's most iconic coins. First issued in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of the birth of Abraham Lincoln, this humble penny has carried on through generations as a symbol of history, unity, and everyday American life. Over the decades the design has seen a few updates, but the core essence remains the same: Lincoln's bust on the front, and a shield or wheat stalks on the back. Depending on the year, the 1991 penny belongs to what we call the Lincoln Memorial Cent series, minted between 1959 and 2008, with the familiar Lincoln bust on the reverse of the shield-free design and the Lincoln Memorial on the front. 1991 itself was not a famous rarity year like some early 20th century pennies. At first glance, it seems ordinary, common, but that's exactly what makes it interesting. Because the vast majority of 1991 pennies circulated heavily, most surviving examples are worn, sometimes scratched, dull, dinged, everyday pennies we toss aside. However, that typical background gives rare survivors in exceptional condition, or those with error/minting anomalies, new significance. Why? Because coins that remain uncirculated, pristine, or with unusual characteristics stand apart from the millions of worn, ordinary ones. For collectors looking for gems in an ocean of commons, the 1991 penny becomes a hidden valley where a few brilliant diamonds still shine. What affects value, condition, mint mark, and rarity when it comes to coin collecting, especially with pennies from modern eras? The three big factors are condition, grade, mint mark/mint location, and whether the coin has any errors or varieties. With 1991 pennies, you typically see one of three mint marks: the tiny letter under the date, P. Philadelphia, D. Denver, and on rare occasion, S. if part of certain special sets. Normally, a coin fresh from the mint with sharp details, brilliant luster, no scratches, no discoloration, and perfect strike, graded as MS 65, MS 66, or higher, is far more desirable than a dull, worn coin. A 1991 penny in pristine mint state might fetch several dollars, sometimes tens of dollars, depending on the buyer and demand, but there are even more exciting possibilities. Occasionally, error coins emerge: misstrikes, double dies, off-center strikes, broad strikes, off-metal planchets, die cracks, recessed/missing mint marks, or unusual toning. Error coins and rare varieties draw serious collector interest because they're effectively unique. Every error is slightly different, even from the same mint, making each coin one of a kind. A glowing, uncirculated 1991 penny, especially with a Denver D mint mark, or one showing a rare minting error, can sometimes blow past the typical prices and jump into a much higher tier. Why some 1991 pennies are worth a lot of money? Real cases now, you might wonder. Can a 1991 penny really be worth hundreds of dollars? Under the right circumstances, yes, there are documented cases of post-1980 pennies where collectors paid substantial premiums for coins graded at MS 67 or higher, especially those with top-tier eye appeal, full original luster, and perfect strike. Add to that a rare mint error, and suddenly a coin that once cost 1 cent at face value becomes a collector's prize. For example, a 1991 Denver penny with a deep cameo contrast, perfect strike, and top grading, or a coin with a dramatic doubling on the date or lettering, may sell at auction for several $100s. In extremely rare instances, when multiple factors align, pristine condition, strong demand, rare minting anomaly, the price may approach or even exceed $800 or $900. There's a rumor circulating among some collectors that certain 1991 Lincoln pennies have sold for as high as $898.954. While I always encourage you to treat such numbers with cautious optimism, some reported prices might be typo or mislisting. They do underscore a crucial fact: modern pennies are not all created equal. One ordinary 1991 cent might remain pocket change forever, while another might become a prized collectible. It all depends on its story, condition, and uniqueness. What to look for if you're examining a 1991 penny. If you happen to hold a 1991 penny in your hand today, here's a quick checklist before you dismiss it as just another coin. Mint mark. Look under the date to see if it's P, D, or S. Condition and luster. Is the surface bright and shiny? Any scratches, bag marks, discoloration, or toning? Edge and strike quality. Are the letters and date crisp and well-defined? Are the edges smooth? Is there any doubling or weird distortion? Potential minting errors. Is the strike off-center, or is there evidence of a die crack, die clash, doubling, or planchet irregularity? Eye appeal. Sometimes a coin just looks right: brilliant luster, clean fields, strong detail. This intangible quality can significantly impact value. If your penny shows signs of being above average, especially in combination with other positive traits, it's worth having the coin professionally graded and authenticated by a respectable service like PCGS or NGC before selling or trading. Why market value changes, supply, demand, and collector trends. Coin values don't exist in a vacuum. Market value moves with collector demand, rarity of high-grade survivors, and broader interest in coin collecting. For 1991 pennies, most circulated coins are abundant and thus worth their face value plus maybe a few cents for bulk copper value to scrap dealers. But high-grade, error, or rare coins are much rarer. That scarcity, combined with collector demand, especially from people building high-grade Lincoln penny series, pushes prices up. Also, market cycles matter. When interest in modern-era coins spikes, perhaps due to videos like this, social media attention, or renewed interest in Lincoln cents, demand increases, and prices follow. That means a coin that sold for $50 a few years ago might now fetch $200 or more, simply because collectors become interested or supply dries up. What this means for you, today, why every 1991 penny is worth checking if you have a jar, piggy bank, or old roll of pennies at home. Don't throw away those 1991s. Even a single good one could be valuable. Don't assume it's worthless just because it feels common. Sort through them carefully, examine every coin under good light, and pay attention to mint marks, luster, and overall condition. If you find a 1991 penny that looks special, brilliant luster, sharp details, possibly unusual toning, or minting anomalies, consider submitting it for professional grading before selling. A coin with provenance, strong eye appeal, and rarity could be worth far more than face value, sometimes hundreds of dollars, and in rare cases, nearing or surpassing the $898 to $900 region depending.